Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
So
Yep.
I was just sitting at the table of chairs and she's walking along and we just said hello. And I don't know how that went from just because most people, you do say hello, but they keep walking, whereas we just started up this conversation. She came and she actually sat down with me. And we talked for about half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just this, I don't even remember the lady's name. She did tell me her name at the time, and I told her my name, but
just
that was just
another one of those moments. Special little moment. That's nice.
And she was fascinated with linguistics.
Had
gone on and done an extra study about it.
My mum was probably my mum was probably interested in it. She did crosswords all the time. She didn't do higher learning. She would have loved to. But we were taught how to use a dictionary and understand where the word came from and how it developed. And so I've always had an interest from that level, but I hadn't taken an interest until I put together these other events that there's more to it orally. Yeah. It's all very well to know how it's spelt and how it's supposed to be said, but not everyone's going to say it correctly. And
yeah, absolutely. Well, I remember learning about the root words, where our words come from, especially the Latin and whatnot. I always found that, and once I started to understand some of that made spelling and whatnot, and made a lot more sense of English.
Yes.
You could understand, well, that's where it comes from. That's why it's spelt like that.
Yes. Yeah.
That was really useful. I've probably forgotten most of it.
That's why the origin. Yeah, if you know the origin, like the word ballet is not ballet because it's a French word type thing. Yeah. Yeah. So we sort of did that as a family, and so I'm still interested in that side of it. Yeah. So our language, our younger people are developing a much, I want to say complex. That's not the word. It's complex to me because I don't know it. But and how words are used and how words or expressions are interpreted, because what is it at the moment? Something can be sick, but that means good. Whereas
I was thinking that one too. I'm thinking, you'll see him say, "That's sick, man."
Yeah, exactly.
Really? Okay. Really sick.
And when it comes to texting, and when it comes to texting and all that stuff now, thumbs up is bad. That's rude. If you give someone a thumbs up, that's rude because you haven't answered, or just do K instead of okay or something else. You can offend people that way, younger people that way. I don't know which demographic of younger people, so someone please tell me because I'm going to mess it up. But I was told
I just say get a life, man.
Rude. Yes. Just be glad you don't have to do what we used to have to do and work out whether it was faithfully yours, sincerely yours, or kind regards, or and each one.
I hate kind regards.
Oh, do you? I use that a lot.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about it. And I've met one other person who said to me, "I hate kind regards," and I thought, "Give me five because you're the best person that I know." There's something about kind regards that it just irritates me.
It's probably because Gmail does it automatically.
Maybe. Yeah. I just find it a bit superficial and condescending.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know exactly why. Well, and it doesn't make sense to me. Kind regards. But they don't quite go.
It's just nice blessings, or it's just a more business way of saying I wish you well, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely. It's definitely communication,
Depends on who I'm emailing.
Automatic signature with the organisation I was working for automatically came up and said kind regards.
Yes.
Changed it to say regards.
Okay.
thought, I'm not going to say kind regards.
Because you don't know the person. Okay, I can see that you don't really know the person. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
maybe
see,
that's what it is.
I'll do a business email, but if it's someone that I know really, really well, I'm likely to say either cheers or love D.
Yeah, well, I do too.
Because
If it's
if
someone
I
I
know
know.
him really well, I'm going to say that.
Mm,
Yeah. So in a
absolutely.
technical sense, that wouldn't be correct. It would be inappropriate. So would cheers, but depends on the relationship, I guess.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Definitely.
And I probably do a lot of just business stuff, so kind regards works. And we're going to offend people, and people are allowed to be offended. There's a comedian. There's a comedian who has, I think, cerebral palsy or something like that, and he does a skit on this. You can be offended. There's a couple that do skits on being offended. That's okay. You're allowed to be. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's how I know if I offended somebody and they sort of said, well, that's offensive. I go, that's okay. You're allowed to be offended. I said what I said.
Well, and what's interesting is most of the time we don't mean to be offensive.
No, people don't step back and say, what was the intent?
Mm,
And I've said that to a younger person and they've been really pissed off with me about it. But the reality is, what is the intent?
mm,
I mean, if the intent is to be nasty, then give them a finger and turn around and walk away.
mm,
But
mm,
is it just and expecting us to change something or me to change something I've been saying for 65 years?
mm.
Um, I'm not thinking gender, but even other things like, oh, and then there was, I saw one where an American person was talking to an Irish person or two Irish people, and the white Irish person said, oh, yeah, but he's black type thing. And this person, oh, you can't say that. You've got to say African American. And they just looked at her and went, but he's Irish. He's Irish and black. It's, yeah. And
But what's really funny, I've seen a few like African Americans who call themselves black, and the actual interviewer will say, "Well, you're African American, mate," or probably don't say mate because that's Australian,
mm,
but like, and they'll say, "Well, no, I'm allowed to call myself black. It's okay." But
I,
apparently, it is culturally inappropriate to even refer to yourself that way. So, and I'm like, we're allowed to refer to ourselves however we want.
yeah, exactly. Yes. And I remember knowing a family that had adopted some Indian children. And so the parents are white, the kids are Indian. And one girl in particular was really, really very dark. And she came home and she just sort of said, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, got a bit bullied at school today. Oh, what happened? Oh, they're bullying me because I'm black. And she just went, like, no shit, Sherlock. Walked away. It's yeah. I remember when I was working with alongside of some Aboriginal people years and years ago, and they decided I had my hair dyed blonde, so I was probably this colour. They called me Casper.
Oh, yeah, the friendly ghost.
Yeah. I went, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
Yeah,
you know,
and you could have taken offence, but no offence would have been meant.
and that's it. Yeah.
Mm,
How do we how do we navigate this with the current climate? And yeah, because people are getting their knickers in a knot over stuff that's not going to that is not impacting their life enough to have that much emotional purchase in it.
mm,
There's more important things in life sometimes.
mm,
Yeah, making a living, getting housing,
mm.
having enough money to buy food. There's so much more that's important rather than what one random person calls us.
Well, it
And
takes a lot of
yeah,
emotional energy to be offended. So I guess
it
I just
does.
think, well,
Mm.
maybe we
Mm.
need to spend our emotional energy on other things other than being
Yeah.
offended.